Video surfaced today in the shooting death. One witness captured the actual shooting with a cell phone, which you'll see only on Channel 2. Because of the controversial nature of the shooting and the questions surrounding it, KTVU decided to air the video. The video may be key in the case to help shed some light into what happened immediately before the officer fired his gun. But we also want to warn viewers you may find the video disturbing to watch and may want to turn away.
A Perth man's been badly bashed in a random attack in Belmont. His cheek, nose and eye socket were broken.
This man was so badly beaten, his jaw split in two. Now it's held together by titanium plates and screws.
I couldn't even drink water for a couple of days until I got surgery.
His leg, nose, cheekbone and eye socket were broken too. 30-year-old Keith is too scared to be identified.
1, 2, 3 deer darting in the open door there and taking a texting clerk by surprise.
One almost hit me, so then I ducked into the lottery, and then as I was in there, I seen one go slamming into the door over here.
We interrupt our regularly scheduled programming for a Channel 3 special report.
Good evening. I'm David Barrows. Jonathan Shaw is on assignment. We apologize for our earlier coverage of the so-called Madison race riots. Reports coming in now indicate the violence is neither racially motivated nor restricted to the greater Madison area. What is certain is that this seemingly unexplainable mass hysteria continues to spread throughout the heartland, with injuries reported to be in the thousands.
Just a few minutes ago, we spoke with one of the doctors that has been on call since this morning when the patients arrived.
We have seen cases of complete digit finger extraction, deep throat laceration, even a large section of flesh torn away as if by a rabid dog or wild animal.
We've been told by nurses there have been complications.
Almost all wounds have shown immediate infection. Many have went into toxic shock. One patient...
Have there been fatalities?
Excuse me, please. I'm sorry, I have to go.
Doctors are still at a loss as to the reason behind these attacks, and the situation doesn't seem to be improving. The past few minutes, I've seen 4 ambulances and several cars pull up with victims seeking emergency care. Whatever's going on, it seems to be far from over.
I've just received word from my producers that a tape showing one of these random attacks has been dropped off at our studio. I'm being told that the tape contains graphic material and violence. And viewers should be advised.
What's the basket? Whoa! Holy cow! Shit! Are you okay?
I'd like to apologize for the footage you just witnessed. I did not have the chance to previously view it, and I'm sure neither did my producers, or they would have never allowed material of such poor taste to be broadcast on this or any television show, especially a news report.
Good afternoon, I'm Richard Newbury. Reports are coming in that yesterday's rioting in central London have now spread to large areas of the capital and parts of the southeast. These reports started late last night, and we are at the moment receiving unconfirmed reports that London has been sealed off by the military, who were mobilised 2 days ago. We now have this report from central London, which was recorded in the early hours of the morning.
It's quite unbelievable what's happening today. Mass hysteria has hit London. Riots have been happening all day. Nobody seems to know what the cause of the violence is, but it seems to have hit the entire capital. Emergency services are at full stretch, and riot police have engaged in dangerous street battles with violent mobs. Today the military was said to have been dispatched, but we have learnt that's not going to happen. They've sealed off most of London as far as the M25 motorway. But we don't know why that's happened. People are scared. People are terrified.
Both Istanbul and New Delhi are reporting sporadic outbreaks of violence, similar to those here at home. And clearly this is no longer an American... We're just getting a picture from our BBC correspondent. Over to Trevor Hanna in London. Trevor?
This is what happens when a fear of the police evaporates. For a few hours last night, anarchy came to the streets of London.
We now have word on the situation in New York. All bridges and tunnels to Manhattan are being destroyed, and a barrier of Coast Guard craft is taking up position around the island. We don't know, however, if this is to keep people from getting in or getting out. We should have footage from New York shortly.
We've seen video of soldiers surrendering outside an army barracks, removing their protective gear. The barracks are on fire as well. What does this begin to signal?